In today's video, we're going to talk about the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe because everybody seems to think the Marvel Cinematic Universe is dead because of the most recent news with Jonathan Majors getting fired because he lost said court case, and also because apparently Marvel has had multiple flops. But realistically, if you actually look at their box office, Ant-Man 3 only just lost a little bit of money. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 made a lot of money, and the Marvels lost money. Thor Love and Thunder broke even. Wakanda Forever broke even. So when everyone says the Marvel Cinematic Universe is in some massive disarray and it's lost so much money, realistically, the Marvels and Ant-Man 3 are the only movies that have actually lost a lot of money. And you're seeing a lot of hyperbolic, flamboyant, over-the-top Marvel is changing its plans. Marvel has been changing its plans since before Loki Season 2 ending was revealed. But it's almost to me like nobody actually watched the ending of Loki Season 2 because it was clear they could change their plans now if they wanted to. So Jonathan Majors getting fired, it hasn't really changed anything if you've actually been reading between the lines and following the right people that actually deliver pretty solid information. So what is freaking good, YouTube? What's you here? If you're new around, make subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, Kaiju, Monsterverse, pop culture-based content that I try to deliver on a daily basis. You could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know, you buying into this? Oh, Marvel's changing everything. All right, so the fact they changed the writer from Jeff Loveness to Michael Waldron months ago, did you not actually click then that they started to change things way ago? And the fact that Kevin Feige and Marvel haven't officially said anything tells you so much. You need to read between the lines and actually listen to what's going on. When Kevin Feige doesn't say much, it kind of tells you everything you need to know. So if you could, check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful face. And also you could check us out on Twitter, WishYouG. Right, let's get into it. So, as we know, I'm going to have to explain this. Loki Season 2 was pretty good. It ended with the TVA monitoring the Kangs, talking about the events of Ant-Man 3, and we get a slight tease of Ramatot. So, it ended with them monitoring the Kangs. So, just like Alex Perez said, it would leave the storyline open for if they wanted to do Kang the Conqueror, if they wanted to do Avengers Kang's Dynasty, which apparently now Avengers 5 is called Avengers 5 Untitled, which it always was, because until we got another San Diego Comic-Con with Kevin Feige reaffirming what's going on with Avengers 5, 6, and 7, we don't really know anything. So the storyline for the Kang the Conquerors and the Council of Kangs, it was always on hold. It was always there if they wanted to use it. So ironically, on Christmas Day, a scoop came out, which was reaffirmed from over a year ago. And I don't think it confirms anything. And I don't really think it confirms they're changing the plan or they're recasting Kang at all, realistically. Beyonder is the main villain for Secret Wars. Okay, he always was. That would be their excuse to recast Kang. Okay, we've always known that Prime Kang wasn't going to reappear until the end, or at least until all these universes had collided and everything like that. Now, the only reason I would give this somewhat credibility is because Alex Perez reaffirmed what this scoop said and was like, yeah, this is true. So a lot of people are going down the rabbit hole that Doom is going to replace Kang. Doom can't really replace Kang. I know you're going to say Doom could be the variant of Kang, but I really don't think that is going to be the case. So whenever Alex Perez says something, it's pretty wise to actually listen to him because he literally got the whole of Season 2 of Loki right. So one thing that is consistent is all these little Twitter scoopers, they all say the same thing, that a version of Kang Prime, Kang the Conqueror, will reappear towards the end of the Secret Wars saga, if you like. So Alex Perez says this, and I think this is very telling. So he quote tweeted someone that said this: I have a feeling that they're going to pull a Kakaya with the Beyonder, and he said this. So this does not mean Kakaya is going to be Doom. And if you don't understand the context of what this means, it basically means they're going to have a very strong random villain turn up out of the blue to replace said Kang the Conqueror. So it would make a lot of sense. So most people would be like, yo, so the Beyonder's going to wipe out the Council of Kangs, and then whoever this Kagaya character would be is going to have to be the new big bad, which I don't necessarily think this is going to be a bad thing. But now there's rumors of old villains reappearing in a multiversal saga. I mean, do you really need a rumor for that? It's literally a multiverse. Anybody could reappear, but I don't necessarily think it's a good or bad thing if Ultron reappears, or if Thanos reappears, or if any of the big bads reappear within said storyline. Because the problem with multiverse storylines are they're usually written so badly to the point where they just bring random characters in for no reason. And Marvel have to play this very carefully because they've set Loki up to be Atlantis essentially holding multiverse together for now. But whoever they replace Kang with, this Kagaya, if you like, it's gonna have to be executed pretty well. Otherwise, it will suck. Because if they bring a new villain in right at the end for no reason, who's gonna be stronger than, say, Kang, but we never actually got to see Kang, the real Kang. So obviously the Beyonder would be stronger, but most people expect Doom to come in there. But if they're actually going to set up Doom, what they should do is either have Doom in the Fantastic Four movie, which based on, plot leaks that are basically always real to some degree, it would make sense to introduce Doom in a post-credit scene after the Fantastic Four movie, potentially. They should have kept the Doctor Doom scene in Wakanda Forever when Doctor Doom was going to be behind everything. Now, I know a lot of people discredit that and say, no, that wasn't true. That was always the plan. Doctor Doom was supposed to appear there. So it is fascinating how much hype there still is around the Marvel Cinematic Universe. You've just got to look at all the traffic and views on YouTube videos, TikTok, Instagram Reels with the MCU. So when people say the MCU is dead, how can it be dead when everyone that's saying it's dead is still getting pretty high engagement and pretty high traffic saying it's dead? Marvel's not dead. If you look at the box office numbers, Ant-Man 3, yes, okay, I don't know if it broke even. It would have got close to it, just under $500 million. There's a huge difference to just under 500 million to 200 that the Marvels did. And then Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 did over 800, Thor Love and Thunder over 700, Wakanda Forever over 700. So it's unfair to say, yo, the Marvel Cinematic Universe is dead, because realistically, in terms of numbers, they've only really had the Marvels that flop massively based on the production cost, and obviously TV shows, the Disney Plus shows, like your Miss Marvel, like your Hawkeye. But Loki killed it, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 killed it. So Marvel still has a very big audience, and Marvel still has a very good chance to return. It's just a case of how are they really going to handle this Jonathan Majors being fired scenario. I don't really think this is going to change anything, because they brought Michael Waldron in to write Avengers 5 ages ago. Apparently, the rumor was Loveness was fired and they were ditching the whole Kang storyline. I don't actually believe they have ditched the Kang storyline, because the ending of Loki Season 2, they're still monitoring the Kangs, and whatever this Kang Prime is, whoever he is, will reappear towards the end of said Secret Wars. Because although I don't agree with most of the scoopers, they're all consistent when they say the Beyonder is still the main villain for Secret Wars. That will be their excuse to recast Kang. And then you've got other people saying the Beyonder will be a variant of Kang, and that is why they're going to wait until the end of the storyline before they bring that character in. But like I have said multiple times, if you watch Loki Season 2, they really don't have to explain anything about why Kang looks different when he does reappear. I really hope they don't just replace Kang with Doom. But one thing you've got to understand is most videos on Instagram, on YouTube and TikTok, they are just what if videos. They are just potentially, they are rumors, they're theories, but a lot of people will address them like they're factual news because they come from said scooper. It doesn't really matter who says it, because every scooper has missed quite a lot recently. So no one really knows what they're on about. But Alex Perez tends to get information a lot more right than he does wrong compared to other people. So if he agrees that the Beyond is still the overall villain, I do think that's true. And if he believes that some random strong villains are going to turn up at the end, I do believe that as well. So these videos that people post, they're more speculation based rather than truth, rather than leaks. You can label it like a leak, but realistically, I don't believe there are any real leaks when it comes to what's going on with this Jonathan Major scenario. Because if there really was going to be some drastic change your boy Kevin Drizzle would have came out and already said something. So it's going to be cool to see what they do going forward. But Deadpool 3 is realistically the only thing we've got in terms of real Marvel content with real information. And I guess you could say Captain America 4, but the fact they're reshooting the whole thing tells you that really cared for the test screening. And there was some even more information that came out, ironically, on Christmas Day. Captain America and Red Hulk's final battle will be at the White House. Goodbye, President Ross. It was such a good movie that they've had to reshoot a lot of it coming up soon. So that tells you everything you need to know about Captain America 4. So I only really have, anticipation for Deadpool 3, because whatever happens in that movie, if Kang was going to be involved in that movie in any capacity, will they need to change stuff? I don't know. Maybe they will. They could do anything they want. That movie still doesn't come out for over 6 months. So like always, guys, bit of a speculation video based on apparently all these scoops and rumors going around the community. Personally, I don't think they're changing the plan because they brought Michael Waldron in after the Writers' Act ended, or did they do it before? We don't know. But whatever's happening, he was behind Loki, he was behind Doctor Strange 2. So he's been there from the start of this multiversal saga. So it should concurrently make sense, whatever the storyline is. But realistically, nobody's got a clue what they're talking about. It's all speculation and accumulation. What is actually better than talking about real information, because speculation causes more people to talk. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu, check us out on Twitter at WarstuG, and I will catch you in another video very soon. But like always, let me know what you actually think down below, because that's more important than what other people think. So like always, guys, I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.